Shooting in public and how to get away with it. So when you're shooting in public and you're trying to make, some kind of narrative, creative story, right? One of the best things to do is to guerrilla shoot and just be quick with it. Another thing that you can do is you can hide out a lot of things with a vest. Putting on a vest, some construction vest, something, and acting like you're doing something that you're not can really get you to get away with some things. Now, this is of course going into permits. You shouldn't do like a robbery film or something ridiculous like that. For things that are dangerous, you really need to get a permit. But if you're just shooting something that's just kind of creative, something that's just kind of a little bit goofy, or something that's not going to hurt anybody or not acting like they're hurting anybody, most people have no idea that the camera has that, or that you would have that, or that you would possibly have the wherewithal to do that kind of stuff. So just having that kind of, as a safety net is a really good way to do that. But going off and shooting your film with, other people, you got to just be kind of mindful of the light that you're putting them in and things like that. But honestly, like, we would just kind of move and we would prepare. So when I would shoot outdoors, I shoot guerrilla kind of stuff, and I especially don't want to get a permit or something like that, what I'll do is I would literally take my whole storyboard and my shot list and everything. I will show it to my actors. We'll run it and rehearse it in the car or someplace else, as kind of public, with no cameras on us, okay? I already know what my shot's gonna look like. I'm already prepared to shoot that shot in a millisecond if I need to. So I don't need to be showing other people what we're doing. I can go out and just act like, oh, we're just doing kind of rehearsal for something that we're working on next weekend or whatever's gonna go on. People are not usually that nosy, and especially if you're like in Hollywood, most of the time nobody gives a shit, okay? So you can just really get away with a lot. But you plan this, then you go out, you shoot it real quick, and then you move on. Like I said, in and out. Don't be taking extra takes unless you absolutely need it. You aren't shooting for safety. You're shooting for one and done. You're looking at it. Is it right? Okay, it's right. Move on, right? Get another one. If you need to, get a different location. When you're shooting in places that you necessarily shouldn't be shooting, where they have a security guard that's going to be an asshole, let's say that you're shooting at a parking garage, and you lose that first parking garage because he comes up and says something to you. Go find another parking garage, right? Angle it this way, angle it that way. There's so much that you can do with trickery. Filming is the style of tricking things, so you need to trick it, right? That's the whole point of what we do. It's illusions. So you can allude to certain things and you can really make it work for you. But you have to be creative. So be creative. The other thing is, there's a really cool movie where it's, oh God, I forgot what it's called, but it was actually a movie that they shot in Disneyland without Disney's permission, and it was a horror movie. You can get so creative with these things and make these kind of things happen just by bluffing, just by looking like something you're not. But you have to be creative. You have to plan. You have to be on point. Watching that movie, if you go at, I think it was like Murder at Disneyland or something like that, and it's insane. It's such a cool movie, and it's such a cool idea. It's such a cool story. But you can pull things off like that, right? If you plan it, if you prepare it, and if you're ahead of the game and you're looking at your exits. You have to treat it like kind of like a criminal would. You're coming in, you're shooting this real fast, then you're moving out, right? Don't answer too many questions, right? Be very cautious what you say and to who you say it to. And then at the same time, just be prepared to be ready to go. When you're shooting guerrilla and you're shooting something that you're just trying to hide it and just make this shot and then move on, like in Walmart or something like that, bluff, get your shot in and get yourself out. Have your dummy card ready to go, move on. Don't create a big fuss. Try not to attract too much attention to yourself, right? The less attention you can get, the better it's gonna be for you. Think of it like that. You're out there, you're a secret agent, right? Be secretive.